How did this get booked? 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 Who put this on the card? How did this get booked? This makes you a star. How did this get booked? You're welcome on the line. How did this get booked? We welcome for your time. How did this get booked? Alright, you can stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of How Did This Get Booked? I, of course, am your host, Jake Manning, and I'm a veteran of the professional wrestling business for over a decade, and I've held every single job except selling popcorn. I'm joined by a man who is my co-FSCW road agent.
Yep.
A man whose beard is supposed to be white and gray, but it's really more silver right now.
Silver Fox.
A man who's doing a podcast with a high-end recorder that is stuck into a shoe right now. Zane Riley. Zane, how are you doing?
I would like you to add Christmas Enthusiast.
Christmas enthusiast?
Because we're getting ready to talk about one of the best Christmas movies ever fucking made.
Oh, we absolutely are doing that, and we're doing it a little early. This week's episode was supposed to be Super Clash 3. We were going to do that, but and also too, like, if you kind of notice something, hopefully the audio is okay.
Yeah, hopefully. Because again, this is out of a shoe. We're recording into a shoe.
We're not in the Manning cave right now. We have to do this at Louisville SuperCon.
Yeah.
We're doing this literally the Sunday before. We're going to record the Tuesday before in the Manning cave and discuss Super Clash 3. But that's not the case. Plans have changed, and this episode was supposed to come out on December 20th. Now it's out, I believe, on December 6th. And the reason we're doing that is because my grandmother passed away, and we were doing this in a Louisville hotel room.
Yes.
So
out of a shoe?
Out of a shoe. We propped up my Zune recorder, my Zune 6 recorder, which costs so much money right now. And I'm hopefully, Don, all you gotta do, I know what he needs to do. I just hope he does it. All you do is just take the pan to level it out, because you probably hear me more on the left and you more on the right headphones, but I think he can balance it out and make it all work.
He can probably make it mono and it won't even matter.
Also, too, if an ambulance goes by, you're definitely going to hear it. So
or when the person next door thinks we're too fucking loud, starts beating on it, you'll know.
Yeah, there might be something that happens in the middle of this. So we're recording this in a hotel room, and we're not in our soundproof Manning cave, because we have to do this because I have to go home and be with my family. My grandmother passed away. I was very close to her. I loved her dearly. My parents were distraught. And I figure what better way to honor her memory than watching a movie where a Jew kills a bunch of people as he's dressed as Santa Claus because Grandpa lost a bet. I feel like Doris Feuerbach would be proud that this is how she's remembered in life.
She loved Clark Gable. She loved fucking Casablanca so much. And she also loved Bill Goldberg. And that's why we're here.
Grandmas love Bill Goldberg. We're still on the fence. Yeah. We have a long history.
Of course.
And I will probably go through it without. This may be more of an indictment. And also, it exhibits A and B of why we like him.
Yeah, because like as this movie goes, and I'm liking this movie more and more, I then have to go back nonetheless and go, but he ruined Bret Hart's career.
I got a point about that.
A million times.
I think you're going to jump in on me at a certain point we're going to get to very early. But before we get there, like I said, we're making this episode a priority. We're getting it out, even though I'm going to be gone and in Iowa. And hopefully this does come out, because I have to upload this with my parents' internet.
Which is ran by two mice on a string.
Yeah, we live in the middle of nowhere. When I make the joke that I live in a town of 82 people, that's not a joke. Yeah. That's a legit fact. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm uploading this on HughesNet. I don't know what they use for internet out there.
Did your grandmother live in Preston, Iowa?
I may have to go to my dead grandma's house to upload this episode.
So there's 81 people in Preston, Iowa?
Oh, no. Preston's the big town. Preston's got 1,000 people.
Oh, okay.
I know where you went with that joke, and it would have been so much better if she lived in Spragueville.
Oh, okay.
But no, there's...
At no point me saying that out loud did it feel good.
but it was necessary.
I thought it would do our friendship injustice if I didn't. Yeah, because the way I found out your grandmother died was I was sitting down and having a little breakfast in the hotel restaurant where we are in Louisville, Kentucky, and then Jake comes up behind me and he greets me in our normal friend greeting fashion. And he sits down, he puts his accoutrements that he has in his hand down. He goes, "Well, my grandma died." So I felt if I didn't say it that way, it would disservice this entire situation.
I'm fine, guys. I really am. Like I told you, I'm very much. I'm laughing through it because that's my defense mechanism.
Yes.
With everything. But I'm a little death to Smoochy right now as far as comedy goes. I'm not my upbeat, like wacky One Crazy Summer comedy level. No, I'm death to Smoochy right now.
You're not Bobcat Goldthwait in that. You're more like Bobcat Goldthwait when he was like trying to kill Bill Murray and Scrooge. Yes,
I'm more like that. Like I'm very much. I'm much more of a dark comedy right now, so it's a great time to do a show.
Yeah,
great time to hit record on a podcast
on a holiday movie.
On a holiday movie where people should be pulled together for it.
And here we go,
so they can get murdered.
So welcome to our new family here at How Did This Get Booked?
How Did This Get Booked? But like I said, we want to make this episode a priority, but also want to make a priority for the people that have wrote reviews. Thank you for all the people that have wrote reviews, especially Destiny Edwards. I think she is topping right now in Stitcher right now. Nice. I just mailed out her T-shirt last week. She tweeted and tagged me in and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Destiny, for leaving a review, and I hope you enjoy your T-shirt. I really do appreciate it. I don't have the person who's at the top of the poll right now for iTunes because, hey, Grandma died.
Yes! I didn't know where you were going to go, but goddamn, my eyes lit up, and I was hoping that's what you were going to say.
Yes, that's it.
So if it inconveniences you not to hear about your review right now, we're sorry.
Yeah, I've got about 5 more Dead Grandma cards to play, and I may play them throughout this podcast, but I'm going to save them up for at least the next 2 weeks. Yes. So, also, too, if you're offended by anything, this is my fucking grandma, okay? Yeah. She loved me, I loved her, and the fact that I get to make this many jokes, she would be appreciative, because she loved my comedy career, hated my wrestling career. She once told me that she wouldn't cross the street to see me wrestle.
Because she didn't want to see her baby get beat up.
Yeah, well, she also didn't want to see me lose, either.
Yeah, she only likes winners. Say what, my grandma saw me wrestle one time, and it was to wrestle Kevin Steen, and he hit me in front of my grandmother, like right in front of her. We didn't have guardrails, and she stood up and slapped the shit out of him. And did I give one fuck who that man was?
That man's a world champion.
He sure is. Sure is.
Multiple times
over. Lots of places.
Speaking of a man who's a world champion multiple times over.
Goddamn segues.
The man that we are discussing is starring in the movie we are discussing, which is Santa's Slay, S-L-A-Y.
Because he loves you.
Because he loves you. And happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah for sure.
Santa's Slay. So let's get the particulars on the movie that we are discussing. Santa's Slay was released as a DVD premiere in the United States.
You mean it's time to get theater time?
Well, I'll get there. December 20th, 2005. And was released in theaters in Canada October 25th, 2005.
Take that, Bret Hart.
Yes, we're building it. We're building it. Well, not yet.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Layers.
It made its TV premiere in Argentina in November of 2007. And then it made its DVD premiere in Hungary in September of 2010.
Why? Why?
I don't know why I put that in there. I just thought it was funny that 5 years...
I don't know why they put those DVDs in those places.
Especially at that time, like, DVDs were very much dying in 2010. But not in Hungary.
That's probably about the time that that old WCW footage made it over there.
Yes, exactly. Like, man, this Bill Goldberg's a big deal.
Holy
By the way,
shit.
He played Santa Claus.
Those Americans are really lucky to have a Santa Claus. Like, holy shit, look at him.
Holy shit. Also, too, they changed the title of the movie based on the language of where it is released. Mm-hmm. In France, this movie is called not Santa's Slay. In France, this movie is called Very Bad Santa.
Which could also be the trequel to the Bad Santa franchise here in the America.
Yeah, exactly.
With Billy Bob Thornton.
This may be a prequel, an installation,
at least
a reimagining, a reboot, if you will.
Well, that would mean that Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton is a reboot of of Santa Slay because that would have come out first.
Are you sure? Because I don't know how the X-Men universe works now after Days of Future Past.
Now that
because I don't think Last Stand is canon now, and Wolverine's origins I don't think it's a thing now.
I don't think it didn't even happen. He's not even dead anymore.
Yeah, he's not even dead anymore. I don't know. I just had this discussion this week at SuperCon. I don't know.
We're at Nerd Mecca, and you're having philosophical conversations.
I
about
did, on stage I was like, "Is X-Men Last Stand even canon anymore?" Like, I don't think it is. I think it doesn't exist. But what does exist, most certainly, is this movie, which stars Bill Goldberg, as we said before. It also makes a whole bunch of celebrity cameos right at the top.
Right away. Everyone in the fucking world.
Chris Kattan, Fran Drescher, James Caan, right at the top. But our main culprits, and I will say culprits instead of starring characters, in this movie is Robert Culp, I believe is how you say. He plays Grandpa. He also teamed with Bill Cosby in I Spy.
One of those guys is pretty alright, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. He was also in The Greatest American Hero. Also in this movie playing Mary Mack was Emily DeRaven. She plays Belle in Once Upon a Time.
Yes, she does. And actually, one of the daughters was Felicity. Not Felicity. The girl that's not Felicity. That looks just like Felicity, but was she was in another witch show. The girl with the big eyes.
Okay.
She's somebody. She was in a bunch of those type of like B-horror movies and TV shows. Yeah. But yes, definitely Belle.
Rebecca Gayheart.
Yep, yes, sir.
She was Gwen Mason. She was in Urban Legend and Jawbreaker.
Yep.
Right at the beginning with Fran Drescher and all of
the
that.
family.
Yes. We also have Douglas Smith is playing Nicholas Yulson. Yulson. Get it? He's actually doing pretty well for himself. He's in Vinyl and the now season 2, which is filming right now, Big Little Liars on HBO. So he's doing some stuff. Give it up to old Douglas Smith. He overcame the starring vehicle venture of Bill Goldberg, Santa Slay. Also, too, we have Dave Thomas as Pastor Timmons, most famously of SSC TV and Strange Brew.
Yeah.
Saul Rubric as Mr. Green, and he's played multiple Jews throughout cinematic history. Kevin Gleason as disgruntled youth. He is also an actor-director of a movie that we will probably discuss here at one point in time, which is available on YouTube, a movie entitled Turnbuckle. We will discuss Turnbuckle.
We're going to have to now.
It's on YouTube. Kevin Mockery is in it.
I like him. Now it's in our How Did This Get Booked universe.
It is. It's in our cinematic universe. Also in this cinematic universe of this movie and all of the Bad Santas, apparently, is Tiny Lister as gas station attendant.
Hell yeah.
And, like I said, James Caan is also in here, and he's uncredited. James Caan's like, don't put me in the credits.
Man, come on.
Everybody knows I'm James Caan.
Pay me and shut the fuck up.
I'm here for a fucking day.
I like to think that was actually recorded for a different movie that just didn't work out. They're like, just use this clip for this movie.
I would love to see where that goes. Like, maybe Santa Slay is in the Godfather universe.
Ooh. So let us know what you think.
Yeah. But I would like to know what you people think, because apparently another person who's uncredited in this movie is Vince Russo as a patron in the strip club. I don't think that's the case. I think they mistakenly thought that this guy who's kind of chubby with a beard was Vince Russo. That's definitely not Vince Russo. I don't think he's in it. There's only two people that are kind of blurry in the background who it could be, and I don't think old born-again Christian Vince Russo would find himself in a scene in a strip club in a Bill Goldberg movie called Santa Slay where he murders everybody.
Yeah, he would just be caught on Twitter.
Who's a demon. Who's a demon, yeah, exactly. This movie is written, directed by David Steinman, I believe. Is it Steinman? It's Jewish. I'm
going to tell you one thing, man. These Jewish people are getting Christmas fucking right.
Yeah, I think that's something that's been commonly talked about in other podcasts about this movie, that there is definitely a Jewish undertone throughout it, and we'll probably discuss it a couple of times.
They're very tongue planted firmly in cheek.
Oh, very much, and multiple times. Like, it's very much like, this is what Jews are. This is what Jews are. This is Jew. Hey, it's funny that this Jew is Santa Claus. Like, there's a lot of that throughout this whole fucking movie.
I just remembered one of my favorite lines of the movie. Never mind. We'll get to it, I'm sure. We'll have to tiptoe around how we're going to talk about it. We might just have to say it, but we'll get there.
Okay, all right. Well, we might have to put a disclaimer in there.
Yeah.
We'll put a disclaimer like, hey, if you don't like dead grandma jokes and jokes about Jews or repeating jokes that are in this movie with a bunch of Jews, hey.
If you feel the way we're saying Jews is in a negative connotation also.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
we're just throwing the J word around like it's just fucking candy.
Just casual. Just dropping it.
That's probably our last
what is
episode
the
anyway.
politically term for Jewish people?
I mean, Jewish people is probably a good start.
We can't just call them straight up Jews?
But yeah, no, I think it's in connotation. I don't think we've said Jew in a negative light.
No.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. But yeah, like, we're just still throwing the
like
hard
you're
J
a
out.
white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't said anything negative. I'm just saying there's a lot.
I'm super attracted to black women.
There's a lot of shit goes on here that, don't take us out of context.
Like, how do you describe... Yeah, exactly.
The Jew...
Yeah. Like, how do you explain people? Like, this person is Islamic. This person is...
But Jew is one of those words that is both a fine thing to say, but also the racist term for itself, depending on the connotation of the situation.
I love that you're explaining this with a rainbow t-shirt on.
Yes,
for equality t-shirts.
Yep. By the by, you don't know this. You do know this. Santa Claus, he's an ally. Yeah. I've been dressed as Santa Claus all weekend long at this convention, and I'm about to lose my goddamn mind.
And we're going to talk about Santa's sleigh even further. But also, too, David, the writer and director, he was actually he's listed as miscellaneous crew for Red Dragon, Rush Hour 2, Castaway. And all of a sudden, after this movie, he didn't do much after that.
Really? Because he peaked.
He peaked.
Yeah, what is he going to do?
He peaked. But also, speaking of peaking early... we peaked very early in this movie when basically all the famous people in this movie get murdered right away.
Instantaneously.
Right the fuck away. And I guess this is a family gathering that we start on with Fran Drescher.
Yeah, but it's
this a family?
Yeah. I think it's Fran's the wife, and then James Caan's the dad, and the three girls are sisters.
Okay.
I guess Chris Kattan is... the Rebecca Gayhart's boyfriend husband, because they make that joke of
is it boyfriend husband or there's this like a stepbrother situation.
Well, because if Fran Drescher's the mom, he like tries to finger bang her at the table.
Yeah, but would that mean I don't know. Maybe because it's the porn I watch. There's a lot of stepmom porn. You know what I'm saying?
Totally,
so I went there.
You gotta tell me. You haven't seen my history.
Because it starts off just like all that the way the stepmom porn starts off.
Well, see, my reasoning that he is the boyfriend husband is because he when she is asked what she wants for Christmas, someone makes the joke, probably a faithful husband, and they snare at each other. And they have that moment of, oh, fuck you. And then he finger bangs Fran Drescher a little bit at the table.
Oh, okay.
That was why I would think.
There was some leading.
I think there are a couple. I mean, here in like 25 seconds, it doesn't fucking matter. But
yeah, because I wrote down, I was like, I don't know how everybody's related to everybody at this table. All I know is that everybody has sexual tension with everybody.
Because like, there's the two Plain Jane sisters, and then there's Rebecca Gayheart.
Uh-huh.
And then like, I would just assume Chris Kattan is her husband, boyfriend. Uh-huh. And then finger bangs the mom, and then James Caan is just like accepting it because like fucking whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, and then they're thankful that they're not poor or Samoan.
Yeah,
why are we cutting into?
Because as we know, Jews hate Samoans.
I guess that's what they're trying to say. Because I feel like there's a lot of stuff they're trying to say about Jewish people.
Stereotype that Jews hate Samoans.
Is it? Is that the stereotype?
I mean. Your guess is good as mine with this fucking movie.
The Chinese food on Christmas and...
I found a new Chinese buffet in Charlotte that's open on Christmas, and it's closer to my house than the one I always go to.
Okay.
And they have a way bigger beer selection, and I'm so happy about Christmas this year. Because my girlfriend always goes out of town. Like, she won't even be home, so I'm alone on Christmas.
Okay. Well, I'll be alone on Christmas, too.
You want to go to the Chinese buffet with me? We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about our Chinese food.
Where's your rainbow shirt?
Let's talk about this fucked up Christmas dinner that gets all fucked up by Bill Goldberg coming down a chimney, and when he comes down the chimney and busts in, Fran Drescher makes this weird fucking sound. I don't fucking... it was like... he said something, and then she's like... I'm like, I know your thing is...
You went reverse nanny.
Yeah, I know your thing is to make weird sounds, Fran Drescher, and that's like your thing that people book.
Yeah.
But I never heard you say that one before.
That sure didn't happen on that show.
Yeah, and like he burned her, like Fran Drescher, and then drowned her in eggnog. Like very holidays-esque, but then he got kind of lazy on everything else.
I don't know, man. When he just like stabbed James Caan's hands to the table.
Yeah, and then like took the drumstick and then just shoved him down. Like, and then like he just
the one girl, like she got like just the star to the back. Like that was lackluster.
Tree topper, and then he busted the leg off. But then like Chris Kattan just got a kick.
Yeah. But he could still be alive. Well, no, he definitely dies, but like he could have lived.
He could have lived, but he just took a kick from Goldberg. But then I started to think about it. I was like, wait a minute. Goldberg kicked Bret Hart, who was an actual pro wrestler, and that ended Bret Hart's career.
Yes.
Oh, Chris Kattan, an actor, he's definitely dead. That's where I came back around to it.
God damn it.
That's the one. That's why I wanted to get it. There's the sadness I wanted to see in Zane Riley.
Episode of, I think my grandmother died. There you go. You've got, well, you had more than me until today. Oh, fuck. Bill Goldberg.
All right. Anything more about
cool.
the
No, I'm cool.
You're cool?
We'll just go.
All right, go. Well,
man, fuck Bill Goldberg. Get right back on that. Better not see you at WrestleCon, Bill.
So would you say that
William?
You should say that Bill Goldberg should go to hell or Hell Township, which is where this movie takes place. And we go into the Jewish deli, which has bagels hanging up in it, because we're like, oh yeah, Jewish people, they just have bagels hanging up, and they run delis.
Bagels and roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah.
And he had a Christmas tree and a menorah.
Yeah, like, it's just like, this is what Jewish people do. Like, they really cram this down our throats immediately. And the lady at the deli, Miss Talbert, she definitely voted for Trump. She's definitely not wearing this shirt that you're wearing.
No, not at all.
She hates rainbows.
She would have bitched me out real hard.
Oh, yes. And she, because she does the whole, it's Christmas, not happy holidays.
Quit trying to take it away.
Because this is 2005 when that becomes a big deal on Fox and Friends.
Red cups.
Yes, and all of that. And she calls a grown woman a whore just for being a woman. I mean, very...
You don't talk about Bill that way.
Yeah, you don't talk about that.
Just for hanging out. Just for doing a job. Just for working.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, trying to take away her reproductive rights and shit like that.
Her body, her choice. Not in this lady's book.
Not in Miss Talbert's book.
No.
But don't worry, Miss Talbert, she gets hers because Santa Goldberg comes rolling up behind old Miss Talbert driving, and he just yells out, "Move, bitch! Get out the way!"
You gotta bring that, just because he's a Jewish Santa doesn't mean he's not hip to the way the kids are doing it these days. He understands a real OG like Luda.
Yeah, because also to keep in mind, Bill Goldberg played for the Atlanta Falcons. So
that shit might have been like, he probably had like a cameo in that music video too. We don't even know it.
We don't know,
If Goldberg wouldn't have done it, this lady was going to kill herself the way she's just swerving all over this road.
Yeah.
I was scared how, just like for the stunt person that drove that car in the first place was driving it. Like, man, this guy probably died. But for some reason, they even refer to it as a reindeer in the show, in the movie. It's a fucking bison.
yeah, it to say that's a fucking reindeer.
Yeah,
like,
you guys, come on.
Like it looked like that creature from the Never-Ending Story.
It was very Falcor of it all.
Yeah, it was Falcor. He's riding around on Falcor.
Atreyu.
I Jew you.
Atreyu.
Oh, we have gotten off the rails. We're getting complaints on this episode.
Oh, yeah.
We not just for the audio either.
Yeah,
not just for the audio.
They're like, somebody's tuning in right now. It's like, man, this sounds like it's recording a fucking shoe. Are these guys doing some type of Get Smart setup? And yes, we are.
Yes.
Been trying to work that Get Smart reference in there for a while.
I still do. Sometimes I roll out of the ring and I grab like the ring announcer's shoe and every time like I'm calling it.
Help.
Yeah, he doesn't know what I'm
Never
doing.
gets it.
Fans never know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing.
It's a me thing.
It's a me thing. Every single time.
That wrestling for you, Marks.
Yeah.
Trying to pop myself.
I'm trying to pop myself, much like Grandpa's trying to protect himself from the entire world by building a bunker in the house.
Kid doesn't even know about it.
Kid doesn't even know about it.
Or he has that elaborate key hidden system.
Yeah.
Like one key is hidden under a frog and the other is hidden in some type of pot on the side of the door.
Yeah, and that alarm, like you have to put it on even though you come in, but the alarm, like somebody can be in the house with the alarm on. And, like, there's a couple times where they don't, like, turn off the alarm, and I start having a panic attack because I'm OCD in a sense, and, like, the alarms like that and shutting things off and keeping my phone clear of stuff. Like, that was bothering me. And, like, in the middle of them, like, running away from murderous Santa Claus, like, make sure you turn the alarm off. Make sure you turn the alarm off.
You don't want to inconvenience the neighbors.
Yeah, just stop that buzzing from happening. Like,
I don't need low intensified beeps.
Just knock it off, please. But Nicholas and Grandpa sit down and they talk about the truth about Christmas.
Well, they try to.
They try to.
He starts to, and then Belle comes over.
Belle comes over, and she brought over Wolverines.
Yeah, but like, he made it sound like she made it sound like, oh, we cooked some Wolverine meat and like here's some steak or some jerky.
But
or
it was
something.
like blue and reddish, like it was uncooked.
But when it was like the fur, and it was like just butchered. Slightly Wolverine, so there's like a whole Wolverine just dead.
Yeah, like Wolverine was skinned.
Still had like some hair on it and everything.
But like, it seems like, you know, Belle's.
It was just a really bad joke, I think.
Yeah,
because the way he reacts to it, I believe, is supposed to be the punchline. Oh, it looks delicious.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was the punchline. But like,
but then
just
show
a real
long enough to see that, like, it should have seen like a Wolverine's face.
There was no real payoff to the joke.
Yeah, it like flashed something that wasn't really.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. And you think anybody who lives in Hill Township would know how to butcher a meat? I mean, Mary Mac Bell, she works at a fucking deli.
Yeah,
she could like slice that shit up before she came over, and they're like, "Here you go." She
probably had a good brine for it. She probably had to like let that thing sit for a couple days.
Oh, we were just talking about mayonnaise and grilling out. And
we need to make that happen here.
We might have.
Maybe we can get out of panels by just being the grill team here.
Exactly, or we might put a cooking segment on this entire show.
We're gonna. So let me tell you how you make a real good chicken and dumpling. You start taking bits of other podcasts that are pseudo more successful than us.
Let me tell you about old Susie Feuerbach's potato salad recipe. It's more egg than it is potatoes. Hint, hint.
Y'all guys like raisins in your egg salad sandwiches? Well, here we are.
Here we are. We're also here where Nick gets a transformer that's in the shape of a gun.
Like, just brings him up straight gun. I want to know what this transformer's name is.
I don't know what they're going with Mary Mac, like Belle's character. Like, is they trying to make her crazy?
No, like, that one I kind of get, because she's like, she talks about like her family's pro hunt, and which we find out later. And then she's like blown away that he doesn't own a gun before this. Like, they have a small little conversation about it. And then, like, how they're basically the opposites, and how that attracts that love story.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of political things. It's weird. For a movie made in 2005, there's a lot of political things going on underneath.
Some weird stances taken here and there.
And I think this is primarily a Canadian movie, considering it was released in theaters in Canada before America. Yeah. So, like,
it's so far north, it's probably the same fucking thing.
Is there some, like, shitty, like, satirical thing going on with, like, Canada making fun of us in 2005? And that's why we have Trump as our president right now?
Look at this girl. She's probably a straight-up American. She's got that weird Wisconsin accent.
Yeah.
She'd give everybody guns for holidays.
I don't, like, they're like, we're going to rally the troops and be proud of America, because Canadians have been making fun of us since 2005.
That's really what all this is about.
That would make a lot more fucking sense.
We'll show you Canada.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Closing the borders off south.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a wall north, not south.
You're next, fuckers.
You're next, Ottawa. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Speaking of fuck off, why don't you fuck off, Pastor Timmons?
Yeah.
Real fucking asshole.
Does not like changing the altar plate. I see a lot of pennies in there.
Yeah. Really just says it aloud on the microphone so everybody can see. And then he goes over to Gold Diggers.
Yeah, takes all that tithes money, takes everybody's 10%. Go see some churches.
Yeah, and then there's a valet for Santa and his sleigh, and at a strip club in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Why does he just show up in this town? Like, of all the towns, and no one is weirded out at all that this motherfucker just tried to park a bison.
No, don't you know why? Because fucking what he's going after? Do we want to spoil it early? Like, he's going after one particular person.
Okay, yeah, all right. I guess it kind of makes sense in the long run.
It makes sense.
I forget. Yeah, okay. Now,
do you not remember the plot?
I remember the payoff now, but Okay, we're
okay. You filled me in on the relationship of everybody
around the movie
of the sexual tension dinner in the beginning. I'll fill you in on the plot. Okay, how about that?
Everything this podcast is about, you fill me in on that.
Yes, that's why.
I'll bring up some weird moment where Chris Kattan figure-bait Fran Drescher.
Okay,
cool.
Something that paid off in 30 seconds, but didn't matter. Everybody died.
I was done jerking off at that point. I stopped watching the movie.
And then, of course, in true fashion, when Santa walks into a strip club, what does he have to say? Because, as I've learned with comedy sometimes, as a comedian, you try to make that hard left turn and not make the obvious joke.
Yeah.
And come as a surprise. Like in a situation and you say something and you go an opposite direction. And that's where the real, true surprise happens. And that's what I think true artists and true comedians that are trying to push the art form forward. But what ends up happening when you do that is at the end of the night, somebody will come up to you and be like, hey, you should have said blue balls.
You should have said ho ho ho. And that guy went and wrote a movie.
Yeah.
And that's where we are right now.
Yeah, and that's what always happens is they tell you that you should have said the most obvious joke and you fucked up and you're a bad comedian for not saying that when really you were trying to be a good comedian and not be a bad comedian. So it's this weird inception thing.
And you know who says that obvious joke? Bill Goldberg. And you know what he did? He ruined Bret Hart's career.
But see, that's one of those things that I learned too is like sometimes you have to make that bad joke or say it and then say your clever line because if you don't, then the audience thinks they're better than you and fuck that. But this movie did feel like no, audience, we're on the same level on this one.
We know our crowd, Bubba.
We know exactly who we are.
I like to think that there was a clever joke written and then Bill got there and was like, why wouldn't I just say ho ho ho? And he's like, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, can you put hose on the last one just to make it clever? And make it, he's like, you're goddamn right, I will.
Yeah. And they're like, can we do it the other way too? Just get a shot of that? Nope.
I feel like he goes, yeah, sure. And then he kind of mailed it in. Like he appeased them a little bit.
I like to think he did the line and they're like, yeah, but can we do it the other way? And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. And he goes, all right, action. Ho, ho, hos. Yeah. And then just hard stare into the camera.
Acknowledge its existence.
Yeah, I said it.
There you go. It's on tape. Try it. Know what else they tried? A joke about disinfecting the stripper pole.
He was smart about it. He understands the how OSHA's not involved in this place. He had to be a little clever. especially when he was getting ready. Well, wait. Why would he kill this guy and like take the time to disinfect it?
Yeah.
And he probably had to get a good grip so he could rip it out, and that's why. After that, it doesn't matter. He had to get a good grip spot. Because if he tried doing that with all those gloves, his hands would have just slipped. He wouldn't rip that pole down off the wall. Yeah,
but like the disinfectant spray would have made it even more slippery.
I think it would have gotten off and ate through the baby oil and shit that was on it.
Oh, you're implying the baby oil. I thought you were implying of secretions. No. Okay.
I'm thinking
I felt like they were making reference to secretions. You did the thing that a good comedian does. I was doing the thing a bad comedian does. I was going after the obvious dirty joke. Yep. You were going
You're going fluids. I'm going just exterior like gels.
Okay. That is true. Yeah. So anyways, he burns this strip club down.
Like you do.
And his fucking Falcor ate the valet.
And we know that because he spit out a hat that said valet on it.
And no clever fucking pun from Bill Goldberg.
Nope.
Nothing. Like, that would have been a time for a clever pun.
That would have been a good time for, like, I guess they don't validate or something shitty like that.
Like that would have been perfect. Like that would have been ideal. Or like, guess the lot's full now. Ho, 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 hose.
Guess you don't need a tip.
Yeah, like, because you ate the whole thing, right, Falcor?
Who drew you? What a good movie.
Alrighty, I don't even know if we're halfway through.
I don't know. We better turn it up. We got some TGI Fridays.
Yeah, yes, we do. And also, too, I don't know if I can upload an entire hour and a half long episode on my parents' HughesNet internet.
All right, we'll try to move along a little bit faster for you guys. I know we cut a shit ton of time at the beginning just being dumbasses.
Yeah, being dumbasses and grieving for my grandmother. Yeah. Sorry,
this pussy.
That's my second grandma card I've thrown down in the middle of this podcast.
Don't worry, guys. There's only 3 more according to his count. Grandma count.
Yeah. So anyways, Nick and Mary, they were on the couch with Grandpa, and I wrote down, at this time I go, Nick and Mary, what's their deal?
Y'all gonna fuck? I mean, weird. Because then at one point when she's like, you just call me when you're ready for a responsible relationship. I'm like, wait a minute. Have you guys been dating this whole time?
Yes, that's exactly what I wrote. What's their deal?
Wait, so you're a couple?
Yeah, you're a couple, and she came over, gave you a gift, and she gave...
So off the mark.
So off the mark, but yet you guys watching TV, and she's like, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah.
No, that's what you fucking do when you're like 17. Like, you're doing exactly what couple shit is, but are you guys even a couple?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Does he know that you guys are together?
Yeah, I don't, because we don't.
I have no clue.
We don't fucking know.
I thought you guys were just weird friends that were going to spark a relationship at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were building to, but if you're telling me that you guys are like, been dating for a year and a half, we could believe that too, because we don't fucking know.
No one knows.
No one knows.
This shit is a goddamn mystery.
But what I do know is there's a claymation scene in the middle of this movie, which...
Well, you gotta really bring it in full season. Like, you'll see a Santa Claus and a bison reindeer, but it doesn't really hit holidays until you see, like, a claymation story. In the vein of, like, the California Raisins.
And I heard it through the grapevine.
I did.
That this whole situation that we are in right now, with Jewish Santa Claus, Bill Goldberg, murdering people, is because he was defeated in curling 1,000 years ago.
Yes, by an angel.
By an angel.
Curling, the best Olympic sport.
Yes, and Nick has discovered this. Because that's what you do when he's just like, gosh, am I dating this girl or not? I don't know. Why don't I just look more into this 1,000-year-old curse? So
I'm just going to read this book again.
And then he's like,
earlier I've established that I can't fucking read.
Yes. And also dumb enough to think, hey, maybe I should try the Santa tracker online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also got to see if it's real.
Yeah, and the guy's like, no, fucking you're a moron.
You're an idiot.
Yeah. Which I believe was the audience just texting back to him.
Yeah, like, nah, good call.
Yeah, good call. Then they wake up next day, Christmas morning, and the little kid's opening presents. The little kid says, motherfucker, and then their heads are blown off. and
their parents are pretty cool with it, man. They're like, all right.
And and the grandma's pretty cool with it. She's like, fuck.
Yeah. Shit, man.
Well, I mean, it's roles reversed. That's probably what Grandma would say about me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Grandma was like, fuck.
She probably would have done a hard 5 at it at the Laugh Factory in old Preston later in the night.
Old Doris was so funny.
Doris would have took a fucking... I get a set out of this.
She didn't give a fuck about nobody.
That's why I loved her so much.
Funny story, my grandmother just passed away. Best fucking story.
I don't know if you know it or not. I don't know if you heard it so far.
I don't know if we've mentioned that or not.
You just tuned in the last 4.5 minutes. And that's why we're recording
this at a fucking Louisville hotel room right now that may or may not been uploaded by HughesNet at my parents' house. Best story about my grandmother. Side note, sidebar. She used to play a lot of cards. She was playing cards with my sister Lindy, who could be a little bit of a bitch sometimes. Not gonna lie, but that's why I love my sister Lindy. And when she was 8, she was also a massive bitch as well.
She aged into it quite fine.
She leaned into it hard, and that's when she came out of the womb. Like, that's how she got out of the womb.
She came out with motherfucker.
She leaned into the bitch motherfucker card immediately out of the womb. And she was playing cards with her grandmother one day, and my sister Lindy looked right at my grandmother and said, "Grandma, you're fat." And my grandmother looked right at Lindy and said, "Well, you're skinny." And then went, "Go fish." Because my grandmother was a saucy individual.
Yeah, grandmother had spunk.
Yeah, she definitely wouldn't have been really shitty to Mr. Green. Yes! walking into the deli like Miss Talbert, and definitely wouldn't have murdered Mr. Green like Goldberg did by spearing him through the meat counter.
In the neck with a fucking menorah. Just hung him from a wall with it.
Because that's how Jews die on
Christmas?
Christmas?
They're like vampires. That's the only way you can kill them.
Oh, we're definitely editing that out.
Yeah, whatever. We haven't even got to the bad word yet.
Oh, no. We definitely glazed over one.
Did we give over it? Did we?
I think that was in the dinner.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, we did. I'm going to say it.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
All right. So,
and James Caan says it. So.
Yep.
Let him have it.
Favorite line of the whole movie.
Let him have it. Let him have it.
When you guys hopefully watch this movie, you'll know.
You'll know.
I don't agree with the word. I just think the context in which it was used was hilarious.
It just reminded us we were watching something from 2005.
Yes. This entire spot could have been on Raw.
Yes. Yes, but we have no hatred towards anybody, but apparently this movie has hatred towards people, most specifically Jews. Mm-hmm. And it just basically like Santa hates Jews. And I'm just like, we get it. Like, that's what I have in my notes right now. Santa hates Jews, we get it. I get it. Yep. And what I don't get is this weird scene with Tiny Lister. He's being super nice.
Hey, they just had him like on a deal for a couple movies, like just get him in.
He must be like buddies with Bill.
Yeah. Like, or like he was on like set that day and like, fuck it, just find him a spot.
Yeah, just fucking get him in there, you know? Or maybe it might be a situation that was a situation with Die Hard. That Die Hard was actually the sequel to a movie that Frank Sinatra did, and in the part of the deal, Frank had to play the sequel. Well, the sequel never got made, obviously, in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So to make Die Hard, they had to ask Frank Sinatra's permission to cast somebody else in the role of John McClane. And that's how we got Bruce Willis. Wow. And of course, Frank Sinatra's like, yeah, I'm too old. If I can go get somebody else.
What am I do?
But they had to contractually go to him. Much like they had to contractually go to Sylvester Stallone for Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah. So maybe Tiny Lister, he was supposed to be Santa Claus.
Oh, man.
And they're like, hey, is it okay if we cast Bill Goldberg? He's like, yeah, sure. Just let me be a weird fucking gas station attendant and call it a day.
Which I feel like they always have these like random like one of the best movies ever made, Leprechaun in the Hood, where like the leprechaun runs into like a rapper and like they have a moment where they're just kind of cool with each other and they go their separate ways and like the leprechaun doesn't kill the rapper or whatever. We could have had a cool moment where, like, then Bill Goldberg shows up at the gas station, some words, big weird stare down, and then they just give, like, the weirdest fucking I know you gang handshake, and they just fuck off from one another. We missed a good spot there for that.
Yeah, we really, really fucked that up, but what we didn't miss out on is a joke on the police car, which says... Crime doesn't stand a chance in hell.
Yes, it does.
Because we're in Hell Township.
Yes, we are.
Let's beat that. And I feel like that was just they just called it Hell just to make that joke. Like the longest callback of all time.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of callbacks, Sergeant Cock. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you really got cock on your mind.
Yeah. The deputy at the greeting station, his name tag said Dick Zucker. That was one of the two things I told you earlier. I really wanted to remember. Dick Zucker was one of them. Yeah, the other one's coming up in a second.
Okay, so. But yeah, they go on this. They're running away from Goldberg at one point in time. They make the cock joke. Yeah. They get to the house.
Have they already gone to the police station?
Yes, they go to the
police station. That's where that happens. And then, so they go, they talk to Fucker and leave. Bill Goldberg comes and kills everybody and they as they leave. So Dick Zucker was one of the dead people on the ground is outlined in the chalk.
Yeah, in the chalk.
But they also drew a Santa's hat on top of the dead bodies outline. That was the best thing ever.
I did not see that.
This is such a good movie.
What is wrong with this? Like, it is thick. dick. With jokes like that, like I did not see the Dick Zucker thing. I did not know.
Guys, let's get as many fucking puns in here as we can.
They are throwing everything into this fucking movie, and they cram it in 87 minutes.
Guys, there is a high % chance we're never getting jobs again. Let's just fucking go with it.
Yeah, like the guy who wrote and directed this was just like, fuck it. I may never get hired, but I'm going to make this fucking movie.
Because I'm going to die in 10 days. This is every joke I've ever written.
Just
make a movie around this. Do something here. How does this make sense?
They also incorporate Bill Goldberg's entrance song a little bit. When he walks into the house, you hear...
oh, okay.
Like it's in there.
Yeah, I get you.
Just enough. Just enough for them to not have to pay for the rights for it. Like that's...
So you get like 12 seconds or something?
That's how much it's in there. The bars are in there.
Yeah.
It's disguised enough, but I could hear it.
It was Vanilla Ice to Queen.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 dong. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah, you get it.
And they go down to the shelter, which ain't worth a fucking shit, apparently.
Yeah.
Like fucking...
Does anybody get up with this motherfucker?
Yeah, fucking Santa can just bust up in it and...
But about a different map, I guess, is a hiding place.
And then all of a sudden, fucking Santa makes it very clear that fucking Grandpa, like, he knows him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying to start the fucking jet skis to get away.
Yeah, the jet skis to go, the snowmobiles.
Yeah, same thing.
Listen, I'm from Iowa. I can't...
I've never even seen one of those.
I can't go back to my grandmother's funeral if I don't say snowmobile. I can't.
Is this over yet? How much time?
If I refer to a snowmobile as a jet ski, they're gonna tell me. They're gonna tell me to go back around to fucking Charlotte. Go back with your fucking palmetto trees, motherfucker. Like,
James Caan came up with a word for somebody like you.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Get back out of here! Oh. Get out of here! Go back to your little town.
Oh.
Go back to your blue area of North Carolina.
Yeah. Well, it's only half blue. So snowmobile. And we make it very clear that Grandpa and Santa have a history, but we don't
But
know.
how could they? Because Santa's been doing this for 1,000 years.
And what's going on?
And Grandpa's just
Grandpa
70, you know?
What? And so anyways, they make a daring escape after Grandpa gets killed. And Falcor rams into the back.
Yeah.
Of the
because Falcor is fucking strong.
But not strong enough to knock somebody off a snowmobile.
Yeah.
Then I think they go past people that are skeet shooting at one point. Is this time? They break into a school.
Because that's where you go.
That's where you go. And then they pull out the Nutcracker, which has a note on it that says the only worthwhile gift is a practical one.
Which they mentioned the Nutcracker earlier in the movie.
Yeah,
when he first goes into
it doesn't
because I didn't think anything about it until just now.
Yeah,
and as the same with the movie then.
Yeah. You don't think about it like, oh, okay, I guess it's gonna...
They mention it just as much that it could be a callback as it could also just never be mentioned.
Much like everything in here. Either we're gonna set it up, we're gonna pay it off real fast. Set it up, we'll pay it up real fast.
If we do it all.
Pay Fran Drescher and James Caan, kill them immediately.
Yeah.
Like, whatever... Like pay them as they're done shooting their death. Like, okay, thank you. Just like wrestling promoters. Yeah. You know, here you go. Like...
There's probably like 5 more minutes with them, and there's like, hey, like, can we get you for this price for the day? And they're like, oh, you've got an hour. Like, yep, we can do that.
Yeah, we can get that done. We can get that done. Absolutely. They keep going back to the... Oh, he gets the fucking... We didn't bring up the fact that he got the international clock. The fucking from Mr. Green at the deli.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Mr. Green game...
Because you need to know... Because they kept needing to know what time it was going to be in North Pole.
Yeah, the North Pole.
Because that's when he'd be done.
That's when he would be done. And that's what it... But, like, I wrote in my notes, like, just look at the fucking clock.
Yeah.
If you're like, okay, at the North Pole, it'd be this fucking time. And, so North Pole time is 12 hours ahead. Then guess fucking what? Like, what do you need to worry about the minutes? The minutes are the fucking same.
Yeah.
Like, if I look at it for, let's say North Pole is like 8 hours ahead. And I'm like, 4 o'clock. Okay, well, it's add 8 hours every time to whatever it says on my fucking clock.
Yeah.
Why do I need an international fucking clock to tell me what it is in the fucking North Pole?
Yeah.
It make no goddamn sense, which didn't fucking matter anyways, because apparently the fucking North Pole has all the fucking time zones in it. So this fucking clock, you set it up, and it don't make a fucking shit of fucking sense.
It don't fucking matter, Bo.
Don't fucking matter. You keep going back, all I gotta do is look at a fucking clock.
He just goes, yeah, do what I want.
Oh, what the fuck?
All the time zones converge here, asshole. Oh, god damn it.
Don't make a fucking sense. And then they run away.
Yeah.
They fucking Bill Goldberg throws a fucking book and just fucking stuns Nicholas.
Yeah, because he's just right in the...
Fucking Bret Hart wasn't lucky enough for
that. No, couldn't just take one like that?
No.
Couldn't throw that kick like you threw that book, you fucking asshole?
Yeah, fucking Goldberg threw a fucking tree topper, which will shatter from a 4-foot fall, but apparently he can throw a tree topper, it sticks into somebody, but when he takes a fucking book...
A blunt object that weighs
a Charles Dickens novel, and throw it, he can't even like get that person to be staggered.
He can't even pass out. He's just kind of like, oh, fuck, is that a book? Who are those books? Get the fuck out of here.
They run to the fucking hockey rink.
Yeah, he tries to run over the Zamboni.
Run over the Zamboni. And then Grandpa shows up, and turns out...
But you just said Grandpa's dead. How is that possible?
He's an angel.
What?
And he gave up his immortality for Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma must have been fucking hot. She sure didn't fucking make it, though.
No, she didn't make it. Grandmas don't make it.
Grandmas don't live forever.
That's for true. But apparently Grandpas do.
Grandpas...
Kind of a sexist movie. Is that what we're trying to fucking say? That Grandpas live forever?
Well, you're trying to be surprised now this is a sexist movie after we've just talked about its weird interpretation of the Jewish people and homosexual people at the beginning. You surprised about now? How does that make you feel, Bo?
I'm fucking surprised by nothing.
Not anymore. Especially not in Hell Township.
No, definitely not. And basically what we find out is the way that fucking Santa found Grandpa, because Grandpa was in hiding, and the way that they found him is that Nick wrote a letter to fucking Santa, giving up his location and giving all the information about Grandpa. And just, Nicholas was a squealer from day one.
That brings up that really dumb callback joke of the fucking Easy Bake Oven.
Yes.
He's like, my grandpa always got this. For some reason, just gave me this Easy Bake Oven, and in the letter, he asked Santa for the Easy Bake Oven, and there's this big like weird look at one another. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Fucking stupid callback.
Yeah, but that also kind of respects gender roles, so maybe this isn't sexist after all. Maybe we're back around on this.
So we're back to double negatives. It's now a sex-neutral movie.
Well, one thing I do know about this movie, and I wrote it down on my notes right here, it goes, this movie's fucking Canadian. Because they're going to fate, the fate of the world is resting on curling. Like, you can't tell me this is Wisconsin. Like, you can't tell me this is Minnesota. No, this movie's Canadian.
This is Canadian.
This is a fucking Canadian. You got a tax break for filming in Vancouver. Let's get fucking honest here.
If this was fucking America, they would have decided all this with playing a fiddle.
Yeah. Then they play fucking curling, and Santa double crosses them,
cheats.
Then the fucking Nutcracker comes back involved. They fucking get away.
We have to talk about how he cheats because it comes back. He cheats by so the point of the story, the claymation was that they had a hole, had to crawl the closest to it without going over. Santa goes first, hits right on the edge. Grandpa hits it. Hits Goldberg's, it falls in. Grandpa stays, that's how he wins. They have the new hole. Grandpa goes first this time, gets right on the edge. So what does Goldberg do? He just throws Grandpa in the hole.
Instead of just knocking the fucking in, like, I win. Yeah. That's all you gotta do. It's a hole. It's fucking easy. Like, why would you... Now, if
this is a hole that opens into hell.
Though, exactly. Like, if it's just if you're playing this game of knocking into the hole, just knock the other person's thing in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you both go in, you do it again.
Yeah, it starts over. Yeah. But no, just throws Grandpa in there. He's like, fuck this.
Yeah, it's fucked for whoever goes first.
But if we're gonna play these games, if we're gonna go that way, Grandpa's did go all the way in.
Yeah.
So I mean,
technically, he should fucking just go down that fucking hole.
So let go, asshole. He was just helping you out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They pull Grandpa out.
Nutcracker time.
They use the Nutcracker.
To really no avail.
No.
The magic weapon you set up to be the end-all be-all ain't do shit.
No.
It shot him.
Yeah.
That's that.
That's it.
Didn't do nothing to it.
Didn't do nothing to him. Because they thought, oh, time's up. Because they could have just looked at a regular fucking clock. You didn't need that fucking clock. And also, too, time zones don't fucking matter, so fuck it.
So you need clocks? Why?
Yeah. Well, who gives a shit? And let's get the fuck out of here. Yep. But then they go get up with Mary's dad, where they get with voice box guy.
An Indian man.
Yeah. Because we need more stereotypes to shit on in this movie. Mm-hmm. And they shoot a bazooka. Mm-hmm. Into fucking Falcor?
Into Falcor.
And also to Pastor
Because that's what they told him. It's like a flying buck or something. Like they gave it some stupid name.
Yeah, that's the thing. These townspeople weren't going to help when you had a murderous Santa Claus on loose, but when you told them that they could kill this extremely rare piece of game, they're like, oh yeah, we're into this.
It's totally Canadian.
That's the thing. But the thing is, like, this is like almost satire in America because they have the American flag. Like Pastor Timmons is impaled by the American flag, and they're making clear that all these guys want to do is hunt and kill this rare piece of game, and they're just armed to the teeth. This is clearly satire by Canadians.
But then they cut down the flag with the jaws of life. Is that just like some metaphor that we're not really getting? Man, you guys really gotta watch this movie. All the politically charges at the very end of this, man.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense why we are here, why we're at today.
Your guys' crazy belief in Santa is fueling your fucking buying of all this bullshit. You're caring more about the fake holidays than the Jesus Christ. And it's going to be your downfall. And Santa, your idea of Santa is going to come back and it's going to impale you on a flag. And they're going to have to cut that flag down, thus in circle, ruining your patriotism.
And in fact, the person who you think is the Santa Claus who is ruining your day is actually a pastor, a false prophet, if you will. A man who is not of the people, a man who is not a man of God. He is the one who is impaled on this American flag. Make
sure you check out this recording and all the next recordings coming out on the Tabernacle channel. Me and Jake are going to the 700 Club sometime soon. Talk about stuff.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to pick up the slack for Jim Baker. Well, no, Jim Baker's still around. I'm singing Jimmy Swaggart. Yeah. Jimmy Swaggart's the one that fell on hard times.
Jim Baker he had some hard times.
He fell on hard times, but he had a comeback. Jimmy Swaggart had no comeback.
He didn't buy a Christian themed amusement park right after it.
Yeah, which is amazing. Like, Jimmy Swaggart, he was just a sexual deviant.
Yeah.
Jim Baker swindled people's money away. Also, sexual deviant as well.
Yeah, of course.
But he gets a fucking comeback.
Yeah.
Jimmy Swaggart was the one that was pushing forward the whole televangelist thing.
And man, when you go ahead and you build a theme park for people that go ahead and get over your shit.
Yeah, but then
that guy's a piece of shit, but I get to go on this fucking roller coaster.
Yeah, but he was also selling fucking, rooms to, 6 different people for timeshares and shit. And that's why he got in trouble with the fucking money and shit. And then all the other shit. He gets the fucking comeback.
He gets it. He gets that.
Fucking Jimmy Swaggart just was a fucking deviant.
I'm just trying to come, dog.
Yeah, he's just, picking up, salacious women.
I'm trying to.
But at the same time, too, they were sex workers and they were paid for their efforts.
Mm-hmm. And sex work is still work.
Yeah.
That's the stand I'm gonna take right now. I've had this conversation a few times this weekend for some reason.
Are we validating Jimmy Swaggart right now? Is that what we're doing?
No, I'm just validating sex workers.
Are we tired from this weekend, or am I just grief stricken? I don't know what's going on.
It's a mixed basket.
It's a mixed basket.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up, Bubba.
Well, because this whole movie's a mixed basket.
Yeah, I think we're about to have talked longer than the movie, so let's get a.
Yeah, we're about an hour right now. I don't know if HughesNet's gonna be able to upload this whole episode. So anyways,
I had to physically snail mail this to the guy so he could do it somewhere else.
I had to send this out to all of our 20 subscribers personally via email. 17 parts. I had to put it up on YouTube in 10 different 10-minute parts.
I had to mail this off to a guy that read it into a microphone so he could upload it.
Yeah.
Then Jake says something dead about his grandmother.
But anyways, the Santa Claus that's impaled on the American flag is not not Santa Claus, meaning Bill Goldberg, but they just assume and just be like, fuck it, who cares? Yeah. We killed this monstrous fucking animal that we didn't ever know
existed. We killed a Falcor, guys.
We killed a Falcor. Fuck everybody.
We killed a dog dragon.
And then Nick and Mary, they play a circle. They're playing the fucking circle game where you look into the fucking circle. That's,
Just bring that in there for no reason.
It's a game that they've fucking played as a couple for the last year and a half, but I still don't know what the deal is.
This entire time they've been together that you didn't even know about.
You didn't even know about. They've been dating for like 3 years, but they're still like, what's the fucking deal?
Yeah.
So they're together. I guess this is a happy ending.
Yeah. Still together? Or
are they going to get together?
If you're Belle and that guy and you're listening to this podcast, give us a heads up.
Can somebody just tell me?
I feel like I could tweet her and get a reply. Like, hey, I watched Santa Slay. What was your deal?
Yeah, guys, go tweet. What's her name? It's fucking got it up here. It is Emily DeRaven. She plays Belle from Once Upon a Time. Be like, hey, in Santa Slay, Mary Mac, was she actually dating Nicholas at the beginning of the movie, or did they become a couple at the end of the movie? We are confused.
I feel like if I asked her that question and got a reply, I'd probably also get a follow. Well, you mean you saw Santa Sled, you fucking moron?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going to follow you. You're an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, it's a... Let me say this about this movie before we get to the last scene. Is that I rented this from...
Is it a prequel to Hog Wild, you mean? Yeah, I'm in.
No, I rented it from Visit Video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at Visit Video, which is a mom and pop video store, it's one of the only ones left in the Charlotte area, and there's just a bunch of movie nerds that work there.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of their employees put this on their holiday pick list. It is sitting in the front of the store. I went to the back in the horror...
Before you ordered it? Or before you got it? Or...
No, that's how I got to see this movie. Okay. This is how I saw the movie.
Okay. I didn't know if you rented it and you told them it was awesome and then they all saw it and they all put it up there.
No.
Okay.
They told me...
They did it first.
They told me how awesome it was.
Okay.
Because I went to the back to the cheesy horror section for this and they're like, oh no, Santa Sleigh, Christmas time, it's in the front of the store.
Yeah. Come on, how'd you not even pay attention if it was the snakehead bitch?
And like I said, these are all movie nerds, and they're like, we love this movie. This is amazing. You will enjoy this film, and said good viewings.
You'll give thumb up.
They looked down upon me when I rented the movie Longest Yard with Adam Sandler.
And Bill Goldberg.
And Bill Goldberg.
Welcome to the Bill Goldberg podcast.
I got a pat on the back for running it at Visit Video, so just to let you know, a bunch of film nerds absolutely love this movie.
So you're from the 10-mile radius of Vizard Video in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Go check them out. Also, I run comedy shows at Vizard. It's basically like my Meltdown Comics. Hopefully, I don't turn into a monster. So,
well, my grandma died, so whatever. Maybe I'm a monster.
There's no love in my heart anymore.
I know.
So. Whatever.
It's just a callous black lump of coal.
We're also doing this in a time where I fell in love with a woman who no longer loves me anymore, so there's no love in my heart anymore. Whew, we're getting real dark real fast.
All right.
Well, good thing there's a happy ending in this movie where Santa boards an airplane to Winnipeg to the North Pole.
Mm-hmm. Going back home. But has shaved the beard and just has this long ponytail.
Yeah.
He's got to stop by Sturgis on the way back.
Yeah.
I got a Hog Wild pay-per-view to make, Bubba.
And then in the credits, which I really liked, they had a naughty and nice column. And they listed out people who were naughty, who were nice. Character-wise, they also had all the stunt people. They were all naughty. They had some people who are naughty or nice. And it was fun. I thought that was pretty cool.
It's cute.
For a holiday movie, I feel like all holiday movies should do that.
This is some shit the Santa Claus, with Tim Allen would have done.
Yeah, like that.
Or the Elf movie.
Yeah, they really should have done that for that movie. James Caan also in that one.
Yes, he was. He was the dad. As Santa Claus all weekend, there was a dude a guy that professionally dresses up like Buddy the Elf that came through. That was real cool. We multiple times reenacted that entire "It's Santa" thing. It was cute. And then he told me I sat on a throne of lies. That makes sense, though. I did smell like booze I'd been drinking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't want to know what
it was 10 a.m.
I also had to sit on that throne of lies, and I'm surprised you don't call it the throne of farts.
Yeah, did you kill me? Did you leave me in there?
I left a few in the...
I couldn't fart in my suit. It was just trapped in there.
I can't burp in my Deadpool outfit because it
stays.
It stays. Yeah, you guys don't know what we're talking about. We did holiday photos at Louisville SuperCon. Yeah. You played Santa. People sat on your lap, said creepy things.
Yeah, you played
Santa
Deadpool.
Claus. I played Deadpool. People sat on my
lap, said creepy things.
Yeah, people sat on my lap, said creepy things. People who sit on people's laps who are adults, you're kind of creepy.
You're all creepy.
You're all creepy, and
your kids are shitty, man. Like,
kids are alright. The kids are alright.
Oh, man. There was definitely
you're saying that because you play Santa Claus.
Yeah,
they were awesome to do.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
I had a bunch of criers, and one kid shit himself. But I think that was before he got there.
No, I had nothing but angels on my lap. Nothing but angels. But speaking of angels, this movie has a body count of 32.
Yeah, 32 angels in heaven now.
32 angels in this movie. Zane, what are your thoughts? I highly recommend it, and every visit our video recommends it.
Go see this movie. I saw it on... if you have Roku, it's on the Roku channel for free.
God damn it, it is?
Yeah.
I have that. Why didn't I fucking look that up?
I searched this because I was going to pay up to $3.99 for it.
I paid $3.50 for a rental.
Okay.
But just because I want to support Vizard.
Yeah, of course, and that's cool. But those of us that don't live near a really neat mom and pop video store and don't feel like driving 15 minutes across town, it's on the Roku channel. It's free. You can probably get it for the rest of December. Fucking watch it.
I would say go out of your way to watch it.
I feel this is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is.
I will. Well, definitely because it's Santa Claus in it.
Oh yeah, and Die Hard's not a fucking Christmas movie.
Yeah, if you're doing that, you're a fucking idiot. If you're fucking defending, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, and I would rather watch this than fucking Christmas Story any fucking day.
Yeah, oh yeah. Play this 24 hours on TBS.
Oh, please God.
See what I do.
Yeah.
And just sit down for 24 hours and drink and watch this fucking movie.
Yeah, and it's somehow less racist than White Christmas.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
because they only had two colors that time.
There's also some other stuff in White Christmas that it's a little problematic these days.
Does not travel.
In time.
Yes, especially in time.
But yeah, overall, enjoyable movie. Go out and watch it. We just told you where to go look. We talked about it for however long. We made some jokes. We talked about it. Zane Riley, you got anything that you'll let people know? This hopefully is coming out this Thursday.
I probably do. My phone's not beside me. I don't know. Check out my other podcast, Extra Talented, a wrestling podcast. You can find it everywhere. If this comes out this Thursday, you would have heard the brand new hour-and-a-half long George South interview where he talks about basically creating Extra Talented.
Yes, but yeah, make sure you go out of your way to check that one out. That's gonna be a good one. I might even listen to it myself.
Hey, I might even. It's good enough. If you're gonna listen to one, it'd be that one.
Even though I'm kind of sick of listening to your voice.
I understand. I've seen you for days. And I saw you for days last weekend.
And then we gotta go have dinner together after this.
We're gonna sit right in front of each other and not talk, and people are just gonna be like, man, why aren't Zane and Jake talking? Because we always fucking talk.
Because we just fucking gave our A material for you guys, for our podcast listeners. Like I said, I do apologize that we are recording this in a hotel room in Louisville. Hopefully the audio's been okay. For a while you've probably just heard me in your left-hand side, you've heard Zane in your right-hand side, but I think Don has fixed that problem, and there's not that issue. We got through it. Sorry for all of the dead grandmother jokes, but this is how I'm fucking coping. All right.
If your grandmother just recently died, give it a try.
My grandma she made all kinds of jokes, and she gave no fucks whatsoever.
Would have appreciated these jokes.
My grandma, the only thing she cared about was family, and my grandmother, she didn't give a fuck about anybody else other than people in her family. And if you wronged her family, she was mean to you and forever,
and never let it go,
and never fucking let it go. She was loyal to the end, and it's because of her teaching me about loyalty and respect and love is why I am cutting this podcast. Maybe in a condition I shouldn't be cutting a podcast,
or a condition that you needed it to.
Needed it to. This has been
cathartic.
This has been very cathartic because I am a comedian, and that's how I deal with my emotions, and I have a loyalty to you guys for listening every week, and I feel like it's important to get this episode out, even though it wasn't ideal to do this episode now and in the conditions, but I'm loyal to you guys, and I'm thankful for you guys for being fans, and being listeners of the podcast. And I owe it to you for everything. And thank you very much for listening today. Make sure you follow us on social media.
Mm-hmm. All the good places. Remember the people we talked about at the top of the show, all the people that leave reviews and everything. The one we forgot, the girl that just got her shirt. Happy holidays to everybody. If you don't hear us before
Happy holidays,
Christmas.
Destiny. Thank you so much. You got the t-shirt. I hope you wear it on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Just spread the word about what we're doing. Check out the website, How Did This Get Booked. Leave a review on Stitcher and iTunes. You get a free t-shirt for doing so.
And man, tell your family you love them.
Yeah.
Tell your family you love them, man. It's the holidays. You've been meaning to say it. Fucking say it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm going back mostly to really be there for my parents right now, and make sure you do the same yourself.
Yeah. That's a good note to leave it on.
I agree. So,
Jake, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Zane, and everything you did for me this weekend, and finding time to do this, and I appreciate everybody listening to this podcast.
As do I.
This has been another edition of How Did This Get Booked?
Ho, ho, woo.
Ho, ho, ho's.
Move bitch out of the way.